Hello friends. So this is the last algorithm what we'll be seeing for the day. That is your last recently used replacement algorithm. So here in this algorithm, we will try to replace the page which is least recently used in the past. Okay. So previous algorithm was looking in future concept, but this least recently used algorithm is looking into the past concept. Okay. So let's try to understand it with an same example what we have seen for a first in first out and optimal page replacement algorithm. So let me just write the frame numbers, that is 1, 2, and 3. And this is what is the reference string, what is where the CPU is requesting for the pages in this order. Okay. So as I have said, so initially I will write it directly 70, 70, and 1. Why I have written this? Hope so it is clear for you in the previous videos. Okay, so these are the three requests 7, 0, and 1. These are the three initial requests where your frames are empty but it is not present. We consider it to be as page fault, and we will fill that pages, or we will store those pages in your main memory wherever we find the empty slots. Okay, seventh page on first frame, zeroth page on second frame, and first page on third frame. So the challenge starts from the fourth frame, that is your page number 2, right? So when I say page number 2 is asked over there, okay, so if you see this algorithm, let me just try to say that. If you see this, now there is a challenge for the fourth frame, that is second. So if you see this 2 is not present in the main memory, so I can call this as again a page fault. But the challenge is, should I replace 7, 0, or 1? I should see the past ones. If you see, there are three frames which are used in past. One is least recently used, 0, which is first used, that is 7. That means I will replace it as 7 over here. So instead of 7, I will replace by 2. Okay. Past, that means 7 was used very, what you can say, 1 was recently inserted, 0 was also very recently inserted after 7, but 7 was which was inserted very far. Okay, so in very past the 7 was used, so that is why we will be replacing 7 with 2 over there, right? So now next is the frame, that is 0. As you can see, 0 is already present, so we term it to be as hit. Okay, and after that we are looking for 3. 3 we don't find it over here, but after 3 if you just see in past which are used over there, 0 is recently used, 2 is recently used, 1 is after 0 and 2. So here you should replace 1 by what? 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Okay, so after 3 again you are using, again we are searching for 0. 0 is present, so we will term it as what? Hit. And after 0 I am looking for 4. Yes, I can't see 4 here. After you see 4, look for the past. So 4, 0 is recently used, 3 is recently used, 2 I can go for what? Right. So if you see that 2 was past used, so looking for that right. Let me just stop the recording. Okay. Okay. So if you see here, the point at this point we are trying to replace. I think so 4. So in the past, after this 4, if you just see, 0 is used, 3 is used, and 2 was very in the past, very what you can say, far away the past we have used 2. So instead of 2, I will be replacing 4. But this is, we term it as fault, 0 and 3. So after 4, I will be looking for 2. 2 is also not present, so I will mark it as fault. So after 2, if you see, 4 is recently used, 0 is recently used. That means for instead of 3, I will replace 2. 0 and 4 remains as it is. Now next frame I am asking for 3. So 3 is also not present, so I will mark it as fault. 2 was used, 4 was used. Instead of 0, I will replace this 3. Okay. And after 3, I will look for 0. Again, there is a fault, like, because 0 is not present over here. So in the past, 3 was used, 2 was used, 4 was, which was last recently used. So here I can replace 4 with 0, correct? And now after 0, I'm looking for 3. 3 is already present in the main memory, so I can mark it as hit. And after 3, I'm looking for 1. Yes, 1 is not present. I will mark it as fault. But after 1, before 1, which was least recently used, 3 was least recently used. Okay. 0 was also used. 2 was very far used. So I will replace 2 by 1. Okay. So after 1, what is next frame I am looking for? 2. Is 2 present? No. 2 is also not present. 1 was used. Okay. So here you can see 0 is in past, very far past. 0 was used. So I will be replacing 0 with 2 over there. Okay. And last one, you can see 0 is the frame. So 0 is again not present. So I can term it as fault. So which one should be replaced? 2 should not be replaced. 1 should not be replaced. I should replace 3. Instead of 3, I will write it as 0. So if you see here, how many hits? 1, 2, and 3. Somewhere it is page hits are better than your first in, first out, but worse than your optimal page replacement algorithm. Okay, and page faults are how much here? Page faults, if you see, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I hope in FIFO also it was same, right? Yes. Page hit there were, it was also 3 and 12, and here also it is 3 and 12. Okay. So by this we can just say that somewhere you can conclude that optimal page replacement algorithm works in a better way for this reference strings. Okay, we can't directly conclude that optimal search will always give better. It depends on the string how we are calling it over there. Okay, so if these types of problems are asked, they will give you a reference strings and also the number of frames what is to be used. If the number of frames is not mentioned over there, you can go with your own convenience by telling with one simple statement that assuming where there are 4 frames or 3 frames, whichever is comfortable for you, can go with that part. Okay, I have solved this uh, problems, that is algorithms for least recent used, optimal page replacement algorithm, and FIFO with the same reference frame considering 3 frames. Okay, try it with 4 frames and check who will be giving the better page hits and page faults. Okay, so your hit ratio should be maximum. Okay, so where which algorithm gives your maximum hit ratio, so we can consider that as a better algorithm for that given reference string over there. Okay, so by this I will be concluding with this least recent used problem. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you very much.